is Evia. I'm 8 years old. I was born in America and I moved to Israel, Maskeret Batya. And I love animals. That's why I'm here. I got an opportunity to go to the veterinarian hospital in Israel and to meet Israel's best horse veterinarian. So I am going to be with him the whole day and see the day in the life of a horse veterinarian. Let's go. Hi, I'm Evia.
Hi, I'm Gal.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm good. Where are we right now?
We are at the entrance to the veterinary teaching hospital. So here all the animals get treated, so dogs, cats, and all the rest of them. So we just have to briefly go through the rest of the hospital and go to the interesting part, which is the horses.
What's the difference between this hospital for animals and the hospital for humans?
Actually, the difference is mostly the species that you deal with. So in people hospital, you deal with one species, just people. But in this hospital, we deal with many different
So how come you don't take a cat to a human hospital or something like that?
Well, you can, but they wouldn't agree to treat him. So this is our department. This is the equine or horse department, and we're gonna basically make a little tour so we can show you around and show you all the places, some interesting cases.
Cool.
So this is actually the first place that the horse, when it comes into the hospital, that's the first place it gets into. And this is our examination room. We have two, so we can accept 2 horses at the same time. Even 3 sometimes, because we can accept another horse here.
Like right here, yeah.
But we put them in the stock, and then we can put an IV catheter, and we can put a nasogastric tube to check if they have reflux or not, if there's a lot of fluid in the stomach or not. We can ultrasound them here. We can X-ray them here if we need to. And then when we send blood, we take blood and send up to the laboratory. And then we can make an evaluation and decide what needs to be done with that horse. Does it need surgery? Does it need medical therapy? Or can he go home? Or what needs to be done? So, I just wanted to show you the cases, just a general view. So this table can be half the size when there's fewer cases, but now it's extensive. Each one of these folders represents a horse, okay? So let's say this horse, for example, she came for surgery. She came yesterday, and she's going to have the surgery done today. And that's like her ID and the owner's number and all the details. Folders now are very light because now it's all in the computer. So this is only to have the sticker and to have the identification, but all the rest of the information is actually on the computer file. This is the isolation area. It's all enclosed, so nobody sees the signs, nobody goes in unless he really has to treat the horses. These are the horses that have diarrhea, things like that are really contagious. Yeah. So we keep them here so they won't infect the other horses.
Is this all their food?
Yeah, actually we just got a new shipment just a couple of days ago.
I don't think I can eat that many pounds of burgers.
No, but this should last us the whole year. What we have here, should last us the whole year.
Do the horses here eat good?
Yeah, it's like a 5-star restaurant. Now they eat well. We have all kinds of hay, different types of hay, alfalfa and grass, and we have other type of cubed foods, alfalfa cubes and concentrated feed. We have different. They can have a buffet. We need them to eat, because if they're not eating, they're not healthy. So this is the most recent addition to the barn. It's already old, but that's the most recent one. But it's a very nice. We call it the 12. It's a very original name because it has 12 stalls. This one here actually is a stallion, so he was a male, and we had him castrate, so we basically remove this testicle, and he's also supposed to go home today.
Is there like more hospitals for animals in Israel?
It's a great question. There are many clinics, like small private clinics. They can call themselves a hospital because the regulation is not very strict, so they can say, okay, I am the greatest hospital in the center. But there are a couple that are actually hospitals, that they have experts and they have imaging like radiography and ultrasound and all that, and they really have people that became expert. But it's only a couple more places, and they are not as large as our hospital.
So this is almost one of a kind.
This is Rocky. He came yesterday with a very severe abdominal pain. So
What's an abdominal?
Like your abdomen. It was very painful. He was rolling on the ground and thrashing, and he couldn't control the pain. He was bloated like a balloon.
Is this a horse or is this like a small pony?
It's actually a miniature horse. It's not a pony, and it's not a real horse. They call miniature horses. They breed them to be very small, like bonsai trees. You know, when they put them, it's similar. They use them a lot for therapy for enabled, like kids that have all kinds of limitations.
Is this like another mini pony? I mean horse?
No, it's not. You're not the only one who confuses it. Everybody almost confuses it. Say, oh, this is a pony. No, it's not really a pony. It's a miniature horse. No, actually, unfortunately, this is a horse that didn't survive. It died, and we need to evacuate him from here. He came yesterday, and he had a snake bite. You know, tzef, like the snake invomination. It bit him on the nostril, on the face, and unfortunately, they came only 3 days after he got the snake bite. So she got the anti-venom, she got all the drugs, but she didn't make it.
What are those pages here?
Those are the treatment sheets. So once we have the technicians or the nurses, they come and they look, okay, at 8 o'clock, is everything done? You have all the monitoring and the drugs, so you have to mark it. So then when another person comes and looks, say, okay, everything is done, or something needs to be done. So it's basically to monitor the treatment, and we can do it without missing anything. That's the idea.
So, how does this work? Do you have like people that help you treat the horses? Or like do you do it on your own?
Oh, no. It's a teamwork. I would never be able to do everything by myself. I mean, you saw how many stores we have here. We have teams, we have surgeons, we have internal medicine people. And these are the experts, kind of. We have doctors that are studying to be experts. Those are the residents. And we have doctors that are just doing, after graduation, they do 1 intense year. Those are the interns. And then there is the helping team, which the technicians, which are actually the nurses, that they help doing all the treatments, measuring the temperature, walking the horses, giving the drugs, all that. And then we have a couple of small team that are doing the cleaning of the stores. And so it's a teamwork. There's no way that I could do it myself. I mean. So this is my humble abode. Actually, I call it my room. I don't like the word office, so I call it my room. And why do I need an office or a room? It's because that's where I do the clerical work that I have to do, unfortunately. I'd rather be in the surgery suite all day and not be here, but sometimes there are things that I need to do.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
When did you feel like you wanted to be a veterinarian and you started learning about it?
Well, veterinarian, I always felt like, since I remember myself, really, we always had animals at home, and I always was fascinated by the wild animals. And I thought I'm going to be a doctor of dolphins or lions or giraffes or stuff like that. That's what I dreamed about when I was a kid. Yeah.
How much do you hate the office work, 1 to 10?
Well, it depends which part. The part dealing with the owners and money, it's 11. Because I have to argue with them and give them a discount and argue again. And it can...
Why give a discount? Like...
It's a great question. My wife asked me the same question. Because it's the Mediterranean. I mean, everyone deserves a discount for one reason or the other. So what we have here is actually a computerized lameness evaluation. It's pretty sleek. See, we have a sensor there on the right forelimb. We have a sensor on the butt. And we have one sensor on the head.
Wait, so that gray thing is a sensor?
Yep, that thing here. It's a sensor. So what it does, it actually sends the signal to our little computer here. It's a tablet. This part would be for the forelimb and this part would be for the hind limb. So you see it starts measuring. This is the sensor on the head, this is the sensor on the right front, and this is the sensor on the pelvis, or the butt. And they go in a sine wave. They go up and down, up and down, up and down very quickly. Quicker than the eye can see, but not too quick for the sensor to transmit.
The horse okay?
The horse, yeah, he's great. He's in shape, not like the runner. He's in shape, he's in good shape. So, this is the round pen. This is where we test horses when they move in circle. Because if you move, imagine if you move straight, you have a certain strain on the legs.
Yeah.
But when you move in circle, you put a lot of strain on the inside, right? So it changes the lameness, or it changes the force. We want to see what they do. Here we have a horse now.
It's the same horse that was running around just now.
Yeah, it's the same horse, but now we're testing it in a different ground. See, here it's soft. This was an asphalt, and this one is soft, it's sand.
How come horses? How come you focused on horses other than other animals?
It's actually pretty coincidental. I liked dogs, cats, the regular animals. But when we were at our final year in the hospital, all the work with the small animals was under the neon light. It was all closed under the neon light, and the work with horses was a little bit more outside. You could feel the sun, you could get some airflow. And that's actually what made me choose initially.
Now that it's like 40 degrees out here, you still agree with
my initial plan? Yeah, no, I am. Yeah, I'm still much happier to be a little bit outside and not all the time under the neon light. Even if it's a little bit home and warm, or if it's rainy, or if it's windy, yeah. So, the horse is lame on his left forelimb, and we're trying to block it, basically to desensitize it, to make him be sounder. So we blocked the leg here yesterday, and when we block this, then he's better, he's much better. But we're trying to specify, trying to see which structure exactly is causing the lame. So we're going to go into the joint now. We call that the fetlock joint.
Does it hurt the horse when you give it a shot? Does it annoy it, or?
Yeah, definitely. That's why we needed the twitch to make him feel something else. We pinch him in somewhere else, then he doesn't feel the pain, or it doesn't annoy him as much.
Are you okay with it, hurting the horse, or?
Well, yeah. At times we hurt the horses much more. Imagine you make an incision. You make a cut into the horse's skin, it's more painful, but it depends what's your goal. If my goal is to save his life, then I don't mind hurting him if the end result is that we save his life. Or even if we make him sound, if now he's lame and he's painful, and we can find why he's lame and fix him, then it's worth it. Yeah.
So, how much does technology, how much do you use it as a veterinarian of horses?
We use the help of technology all the time. We try to be at the front, the edge of the fighting edge of technology. And we actually have a new digital radiography that we can go and see some views on that, on the recent case.
Hey Ron, I heard you're the head of the X-ray stuff. I saw a bunch of doctors do X-rays. I want to know how it works. How does it work?
Great question, Avia. See this big thing? This is like a big light bulb, okay? And what happens here, the heat is generated by electrons. They kind of circle, they hit each other, they come like in a waveform from this little tiny thing. They go, they travel in the air, you cannot see them, you can feel them. When they hit your body here, which you cannot feel, they penetrate through your tissues, but guess what? They cannot penetrate through the bones. And so if I put my hand here and waves are, traveling through it, they're gonna make a picture of my hand, just the bone. So the bone is a white. So Evia, this is the cassette that we developed through this machine. And then we look at the picture here and we can see the bone that we took a picture of. This is like a forearm of a dog. This is his arm, this is his elbow, and this is his wrist down here. And if there is a crack in it, we can see these black lines here that can indicate that he has a broken leg, and we can fix it.
So Avi, up till now you've been watching, right? Mostly watching and a little bit learning, hopefully. But now I want you to actually use your hands and to do something for real. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we have a donkey that had a colic, abdominal pain, and now he's better. And he was treated with IV fluids and the stomach tube to the intestine. And now he doesn't need anymore. He has the catheter and he doesn't need it anymore. So that's your job. What you're gonna do is gonna remove it and make the donkey feel better. So this is Nof. He's a male, castrated male donkey that came from a private owners. Most donkeys that we get are from rescue farms, but this one actually has a private owner that have him for, I don't know for how long, they said for years. He's about 10 years old, and he came because he has abdominal pain, he had colic. So you want to hold it from here. Here it's not sharp, you see all the edges are blunt. So you hold it from here. Okay.
Oh, that's sharp.
Yeah. So just come gently underneath here.
Like where? Like underneath the knot?
Yeah, but not, you see the knot close to the skin underneath here. Not the knot even, just the open space here. But don't cut, yeah, like that, and yeah, exactly. Good. Yes. Okay. Now you have 5 more to go. In one hand you take the catheter. With your right hand, hold the catheter. With your left hand, wait, put the pad with the iodine on here. And push it against the skin, push it like that. And then on your right hand, pull the catheter out. Pull it out, then leave this in. Excellent. Good job.
If my dream was to be a veterinarian, what would be your advice for someone like me wanting to be a veterinarian?
I think the best option or the best route is just to really try to excel at the scientific part of school, so math, and just become good at this. Then it'd be easy to go into the science in the university, to go and study biology and stuff like that. Just because you can come from scratch, finish high school learning robotics or
What's
whatever.
the most fun and the thing that gives you most happiness here in your work?
So the best part is to be able to help a horse, but in an innovative or a new thing. It's really it's really satisfactory to help a colic like a regular one. But like that week that I told you about, we had a horse that had a fracture, and we put a screw in and we repaired the fracture. And we don't do that a lot. And there was another horse that did arthroscopy, so did arthroscopy standing. So things that are innovative, that are new, and they go well, then it's extremely satisfactory.
Also, what's the worst part or the most annoying part of your work?
If things don't go well, like if I work on a colic for 3 hours and then the horse never gets up on his feet or break a leg in the recovery or some kind of a disaster like that, it's usually after you've been awake for like 24 hours, 36 hours, and then it goes wrong. Then it's extremely depressing. Complications, like when things don't go as expected, that can be very frustrating.
What's up with all these pictures?
Well, some of the owners are actually grateful. So all these pictures are from owners that were happy with the treatment.
That's a bunch of owners that are happy.
Yeah, there's a lot more. This over here is our actually new surgery suit.
Yeah, I know, it got donated.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw it right there.
Yeah, donated by Heidi. So this is the preparation room. For having the horse to get to sleep, we use that thing, it's called an induction stall. So we push the horse with that metal door after he's sedated, after he's drunk.
What do you mean you push him?
We push him with that door, so he squeeze. It's called a squeeze also.
So you put him in there?
Yeah. We put him in there and sedate him, so he's drugged. He's not completely conscious. And then we put him to sleep, and then we put him on the table and take him to surgery.
Why do you need to squish the horse?
Because if he falls like that, we don't know if he's going to fall to the front, to the back, to the left, to the right. We don't know. We want to be sure exactly how he falls. So we squeeze him and we drop him with the squeeze, and then he's dropping like that. It's all controlled, so it's safer for the horse. And
then you pick it up with
with
that
that
thing?
hoist. Yeah, it's a hoist. We hoist him up and then move him to the bed and put him on the bed.
Hi Natalie, I saw you and a bunch of other people putting the horse to sleep. How come you need so many people to do the job?
You need to make sure that the horse, when he goes down, he doesn't hurt himself. Also, it's not always easy to lift such a big animal. Horses that we have here for surgery usually weigh between 300 and 600 kilos. We need to make a lot of effort and a lot of people to help them to be in the good position without causing them any damage.
So, we're going to go into surgery now. You excited?
No.
In one way, you're excited. So we need to wear surgical scrubs. So this is the shirt. It's a little big for you, but I don't have smaller size, so you have to deal with that.
Why do we need these clothes?
Because we need to know that everyone that goes into the surgery suit is clean. If everybody comes with his own clothes, we don't know if it's clean. What did he do?
Do we know if this is clean?
Yeah, because I know it came from the lab.
This been
It's a good question.
This been drew on by
That's a long
permanent
time
marker.
ago.
It's
Yeah.
definitely not clean.
No, it's clean, don't worry. So whenever there is any surgical procedure that is a real surgical procedure, so we need all the environment to be sterile. Before we go into the surgical suit, we need to make sure our shoes are protected. You have those in your pockets, the white ones. Yeah. So need some balance. Front paw. So no, before you want to wet your hands all the way to the elbow.
Why so much time?
Why is it for so long? It's because there is a certain time that we need contact time, it's called. So the chlorhexidine, or if you use another type of septal, it basically, what it does, it kills the bacteria that are on your skin. So if you don't have enough contact time, it's not enough to kill them. See, it's the same horse we've seen before. Now she's ready. We did another type of cleaning after the previous one. So now it's completely sterile. And now she's ready for the surgery. What role would you like to be in surgery? Which side are you going to stand?
I'm not gonna. What do you mean?
You're going to cut first, right? Flavia.
Hi.
Sorry you had to wait. The surgery was a little bit longer than I expected. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
So today it was just a glimpse of what we do, right? It was just a little bit of work we do here. But there's a lot more that you can experience, and you need a lot of hard work in order to, obviously, to get into that direction. So how do you feel about today?
It's been an exciting day. It was fun, a little bit scary.
So you still think you want to be you're still on the course? You want to be a vet, surgeon?
Yeah, but like, not a surgeon.
Okay.
I'll cut down the surgeon part. I'm fine with being a vet. Thank you very, very much for bringing me here. It was fun. If I see a hurt horse, I know where to bring them to. Bye.
No worries. Good you came. I'm glad you came.